Hi guys, hi Gaffer, I'm Jon Hosking and I've got the pleasure of being here with Ben White. Nice to meet you and welcome, how are you?
Very good, thank you, yeah.
Good, good. I was backstage, I was admiring your modelling work. It was something to behold. Ben, we're going to tackle things, we're going to get to know you, we're going to tackle things chronologically. How did it start for you? What's your earliest memories with football?
In the garden with my mum.
With your mum, yeah?
Yeah, I'd be playing out there. She'd be hanging the washing up or something like that. I'd tell her to get in goal, boot the ball at her. And she'd stay out there for hours with me.
I absolutely love that. And then one day someone was looking over into your garden and went, this kid can play, let's get him a club. What happened? Who was your first club?
So I joined a little local side on a Sunday. Played that for a season or so. Was playing midfield. Then I had a trial at Southampton at the end of that season.
Southampton's got such a prestigious academy. Who was there when you were there? Anyone who we know now? Or?
Yeah, I think obviously Chamberlain, Prowsey, Stevens, they're all playing in the Premier League now.
You still keep in touch with them or not?
They're not really my age. They were 3 years older than me, but they were the ones that I was watching after training. They'd be playing on the Saturday, and yeah, I'd watch all their games.
I know then in your teens you were about 16 and you got released by them.
Yeah.
What then happened? You probably built up quite a thick skin from that. It's quite a key moment, isn't it? And then what was the next step?
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, I didn't get anything at 16. You just booted out and that's it really. You're done and you've got to find your own way back. And luckily I managed to do that and get my trial at Brighton.
You walked straight in the door. At centre mid or at centre half?
Centre half.
And then your career, so much of it has formulated on loan, out on loan.
Yeah.
Newport, talk to me about Newport. You went straight down into League Two, you went straight into their first team, aged 18. Super tough. Do you think that had a big part to play in where you are now?
Yeah, I think I could have picked an easier route. I had Crawley, which was just down the road. I could have gone there, but I didn't think that was right. I think getting outside my comfort zone was something I needed to do. And
Wales.
Yeah. Get myself to Newport.
So you did a season there, full season there, and next season you're at Peterborough.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. So you went up a league effectively. They were in League One at the time.
Yeah. So for the first 6 months, I was at Brighton with the first team there.
In the Premier League as well.
Yeah. Just in and around it, not on the bench or anything like that. Yeah. And then I went for Peterborough. Played 14 games there, and it did, what it was meant to do.
Yeah, because the season after that, I think, me personally, that's where I took note of you. I had a couple of friends that were playing at Leeds and know loads of their friends. And they said to me, you've got to get on this lad, you want to have a look at him at centre-half. I took keen interest and I saw you play for them, and it was something to behold. You played every minute of the promotion season, is that correct?
Yeah.
Bit of a story that I enjoy that a lot. Talk to me about that experience. Huge club, huge expectation, everyone desperate to get back in the Premier League. What was that like?
I think I dealt with the pressure quite well. Obviously going in there, I didn't really know how big the club was until I looked at my phone as soon as I signed, and the messages, the followers and all that stuff came with it. And then just like going out for dinner, like in Leeds,
Can't go anywhere.
No, you can't do nothing.
It was an extraordinary experience because you had Bielsa, but you also had the pandemic starting like halfway through the season. Do you look back, a little bit of regret that you couldn't have all the fans there for that promotion?
Yeah, I think that would obviously have topped all the celebrations off. We did get to see some of them. Yeah, some of them broke through and got to us, but the main thing that we done it, and Leeds are back to where they should be.
Yeah. Talk to me about the experience of playing under Bielsa, because it's quite an enigma for a lot of people, and I'm sure loads of people have asked you about that and different experiences working with him. What was it actually like? Was there stuff that he said to you you still carry into your games now?
Yeah, so when I first went there, he put me into the 23s changing room. Okay. So not with the first team.
So he signed you on loan and then banged you with the 23s?
Straight in the 23s room for a month and a bit.
Wow.
Until the Friday, and the Saturday was the game against Bristol. So I was in there until that time, and then the Friday, he was like, you can go in now.
Were you on your phone to your agent just going, geezer, what's going on here? You promised me game time down in the Championship, and now I'm in with the 23s.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock. I was speaking to all the first team players there, and they were like, oh, that he's just testing you and stuff like that. So, I stuck with it, and luckily I did. Straight
in at centre-half for the first game of the season, didn't look back.
No.
Unreal. Wow. He got on top of you, mate. It clearly worked. After that season, did you just say to yourself, I'm ready? Like, I've got to play in the Premier League now?
I'm not really too much into thinking in the future. I like to assess what's happening now and take game by game. In the Championship, it was obviously an amazing year. Each game was unbelievable, and now, obviously, in the Premier League with Brighton, it's the same. I think every game is important for me and obviously the team.
So you weren't overthinking it. Maybe that's where I went wrong all those years. I'm just overthinking my game too much.
Bad knee, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is the knee. It was the knee as well. It was a cumulative thing. Yeah, it was just built up. Talk to me about the Premier League then. Were you shocked when you got in there? You strike me as someone who probably took it in their stride. When you got in there, were you like, this is sweet, I've got this?
Yeah, I don't, it's not massively different it's a game of football at the end there, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's obviously individuals that light the field on fire, and some things you can't do anything about.
Has there been any centre-halves you've come up against in the Premier League and just thought, wow, he is good and he's tough to mark? Is there anyone in particular?
Centre-halves?
Yeah.
We've been going zonal at the moment, to be fair.
That's my favourite.
So, yeah, the blame's not really on you if your man scores.
Lads, I had my zone, so it's absolutely sweet, though. And who do you think in the Premier League is an underrated centre-half? Just does all the dirty work, keeps the clean sheets, no one really gives him too much praise. Who's that for you?
It's got to be Dunkey.
Dunkey? Do you think so, yeah?
I think he's, one of the best centre-halves in the league.
He's been spoken about as maybe getting a little move away.
He's old, isn't he?
Bit too old.
He's old, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm with you on that one, yeah.
Yeah, no, unbelievable. Like every day,
really?
Training, yeah.
Oh wow.
The best.
Who surprised you? A player you've come up against who you've been marking, you've been like, I didn't think this guy had anything about him, and he shocked you.
No one shocked me. I knew what someone was going to do, and they'd done it to me. So.
Who was that?
Rashford, yeah.
You had the realisation. Yeah, I knew I thought he might do that. Yeah, that's nasty.
I've seen him do it before on YouTube and that, but.
Yeah.
Still fell for it, didn't I?
There was something to you like, OK, right. Ben, we're going to move away from football. We're going to move away with how you stepped up the leagues and got yourself in the Premier League. And we're going to talk about what a day off looks like for you. How do you take yourself away from football?
To be fair, I'm quite good at it. During the week, I'll obviously, I'll come home and it won't be spoke about. Like it's,
really?
Yeah. Like there's no football on.
Really?
Yeah. Paddleboarding. Just started that.
This is something. This is sounding idyllic. Can I come down at some point and go paddleboarding?
Of course you can, yeah.
OK. Of course I can. Lovely, beautiful, Ben.
I was just going to say, I can't stand up yet, but...
OK, it's tough.
It's in the sea, it's wavy.
I think that it's going to be easy. And I remember I did it in Miami, loads of people watching, and I thought to myself, this is tricky. This is really tricky. And that dodgy knee went again, Ben. And before I knew it, I was in the water. Yeah, it's got to be knees for me. All core activity, just very kneesy.
That's not paddleboarding.
Yeah, kneesy does it, just here I am. Talk to me about your mates within football. Who are your best mates within the game? I
obviously still speak to people at Newport, quite a lot actually, and especially the ones from Leeds.
Good boys.
Yeah, very good. I'm very close with most of them, to be fair, and yeah, I still stay in contact with them now.
I heard something on the grapevine about a prank that took place last season with Kalvin Phillips and Patrick Bamford and a prison. Talk to me. What happened? Because that's all the information I've got.
Yeah, so I come in from training. I think they were both on recovery or something. So they've obviously had a nice little plan. And I come in and I can't find my keys. So as I'm just like about to leave to go home,
yeah,
I can't find my keys. Then they let me know where my keys are, and then I go outside to go home, and my car's not there. So they're both driven to the prison and parked in the prison.
And so Kalvin Phillips and Patrick Bamford have just driven your car into the prison and then just wandered out. Just wandered out through the gates and just left it in there.
So I'm looking at all the cameras and that, trying to like find who it is. And I can see Cal's driving a car, but someone's driving my car.
Okay.
And I couldn't see who it was. So I was going around like blaming people. I was like probably trying to get under people's skin to tell me, but yeah, no one broke. And Pat like took me to get my car, and it was him.
From a prison?
And I still didn't know.
From a prison?
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Terrible.
Outstanding. Ben, thank you so much. What a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming down, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.